Hello everyone. This tutorial will show you how to create and publish an online e-tender using e-procurement system. Generally, the tender creation process is done by department users. The users need their e-procurement login ID, password and registered digital signature to access their e-procurement account. Kindly note that the latest version of JRE, say JRE 8225 or X86, need to be installed to proceed with the login process. Before starting tender creation process in the system, all documents such as tender notice, tender documents, financial documents such as tender schedule or price bid, etc. should be prepared and saved in a folder in the user's desktop or laptop. The technical documents such as tender notice are to be prepared in MS Word and then converted to PDF document to upload in the eProcurement website. Word documents can be converted to PDF by using PDF converted softwares like PDF Creator, Do PDF, Save as PDF, etc. Whereas financial documents such as BOQ or tender schedule or price bid is to be prepared in XLS format. For now, we have created a tender notice and tender creation document for creating the tender. Next, we will show how to prepare a BOQ or tender schedule for eProcurement system. For easy preparation, BOQ templates for various tenders are made available in the eProcurement system itself. To download these templates, click the Downloads button found in the left side of eProcurement homepage. Here, BOQ templates are listed in the 8th link, that is BOQ downloads, as shown below. Here, there are 4 templates available. They include BOQ %.xls, mainly used for civil works or construction works, BOQ item-wise template, BOQ item rate sample.xls, mainly used for procurement or purchase of various items for departments, BOQ goods multi-currency.xls, mainly used for procuring imported items manufactured outside India. So here, as an example, we prepare a tender for construction or road work, and hence we use BOQ %sample.xls as our BOQ template. To save this BOQ, click the BOQ %.xls link shown in the downloads page. It will be saved in the user's desktop or documents folder. In order to modify the BOQ, open the BOQ file using Microsoft Office. When you open the BOQ, you will see a security warning on top portion of the sheet showing some active contents have been disabled. You need to enable the active contents by clicking an options button followed by selecting enable this content option and then the OK button. After that, you will get a GEP-NIC BOQ validation dialog box. Click OK to proceed. Initially, the BOQ will be password protected. To unprotect the BOQ, click the Review tab, which is found 5th to the right of Home tab. In the Review tab, click Unprotect Sheet button. After you click the button, password prompt is shown. Here, the BOQ password to be given is testing. On clicking OK, the sheet gets unprotected so that we can modify the sheet for the tender requirement. Here, there are certain rules to be followed. To prepare an error-free BOQ, they are the first 3 rows such as TIA, name of work and tender reference number are to be modified with the respective tender details. Next, rows 4 to 7 are to be left as such and should not be modified. From row 8 onwards, fill the item details in the rows provided. Here, required rows can be inserted or removed depending on item details. In item rows, we should fill in the item details in the first 5 adjacent cells of each row. That includes serial number, description of work, number or quantity, unit and estimated rate in figures in specified formats. The other two cells such as estimated rate in words and amount works using formulae, so there is no need to modify them. All the following rows are to be filled in the above format. The last three rows should not be modified. Here, as an example, we will prepare a sample BOQ following the above rules. After preparing the required details, click on Validate button. On clicking this option, the sheet will be checked and validated for errors. If there is any format change or blank cells, the sheet will show an error dialog box with each error listed. Using this information, you can correct the errors. On successful validation, the sheet will show a success dialog box. After you get this dialog box, protect the BOQ by selecting the sheet and then click on Protect Sheet button shown in the Review tab. Here we should give a new password, say PWD, followed by Confirm Password and then OK button. The sheet will be protected and ready for upload in the eProcurement system. This is how you prepare a BOQ for each tender. After preparing all documents, proceed to eProcurement website in your web browser and log into your account using your login ID, password and registered digital signature to get to the eProcurement dashboard. After successful login, you can see the Create Tender or Tender List button shown on the left portion of the dashboard. Here you will see a tender list which shows the list of unfinished or not yet published tenders. Click the Create New Call for Tender button to get the online tender creation form. For example, we will fill up the tender form starting with basic details as shown below. In tender reference number box, we give tender number as test/work/2014_15. In tender type list, we select open tender as this tender is open to all registered bidders. The other types in this list include EOI, limited tender, global tender, etc. In form of contract list, we select percentage as this tender has BOQ of percentage type. The other types in this list include item wise, item rate, etc. In number of covers list, we select one cover system since it is civil works. Here we can select up to 4 cover system, but we need to select the required option only. For Kerala tenders, generally 2 cover system is used. In tender category list, we select works as it is a civil works tender. The other types in this list includes services and supply. Generally, supply and service option is used for item and service procurements respectively. In account type head list, we select state government funded as option. The other types are central government funded and others. In number of bid openers list, we select 2 of 3 as option. The other 3 options are 2 of 2, 2 of 4 and 3 of 3. Here in eProcurement system, we require at least 2 department users to unlock the tender and hence open a tender, unlike the conventional system. In this case, we selected 2 of 3 as option because we have 3 department users authorized to open this tender, and out of them, system need any of the 2 users to unlock the tender. The option should allow withdrawal of bids is set to yes by default, which gives the bidders a permission to withdraw their submitted bid before the last date of submission. The option should allow general technical evaluation should be selected as no, as the technical evaluation is done manually by the department itself. The option should allow multi-currency should be checked or selected only if it is a global tender. In case of global tender, bidders are located outside India and hence they will be required to quote the bid in different currencies like USD, Euro, Franc, etc. Please note that in case of global tender, the department should use BOQ goods multicurrency.xls as BOQ template. In payment mode, we can select online as offline payment is not allowed in the eProcurement system as per government order. So when we click the online checkbox, we will get 2 options as SBT and SBT NEFT or RTGS, where we need to check both options as per government order. These are the payment modes of which bidders can make payment of for tender fee and EMD. After filling these details, click Next to proceed to the next page. Next, in cover details, we will see one cover item as a single row and one Add Contents button. The number of rows varies depending on the option selected in the number of covers list, shown in the Basic Details section. Here in this example, we selected 1 from number of covers list, hence we see only one row in this page. It is here the required documents that the bidders need to submit in the cover are specified. For that, click on Add Contents button. This is followed by 2 boxes, namely Item Description and Document Type. All we need to do is to specify the name of the document to be submitted by the bidder and then select the document type as PDF. And after that, click on Save button. The technical documents are to be saved individually in PDF format. Also, the financial document, that is BOQ or tender schedule, need to be saved in XLS format only. In this example, we specify 2 documents such as tender documents in PDF format and then BOQ or schedule in XLS format, assuming that our tender is having a one cover system. After specifying the necessary documents, click Next to proceed. Then click Next once again to proceed to next section, that is NIT document. Next, in the NIT document section, we upload and verify the prepared PDF document of tender notice. To do this, click on Upload button. You will get a description box along with an upload bar. In the description box, type the description as tender notice so as to identify the document to be uploaded. Next is the upload bar, which has 2 buttons. A browse button, which is a yellow colored folder, and scan and sign button, which is a red button. Here we need to open the prepared notice in PDF format using the browse button and then sign the document by using the scan and sign button. During signing process, you will get up to 3 security warnings, followed by a dialog box asking for DSC PIN. When successful, we get a message as file signed successfully. Then click Save to save the signed document in the system. After that, verify the uploaded document so that wrong files upload can be prevented. When you click Verify link, another page with the document link and a Verify checkbox will be shown. Here, we can download and check the uploaded NIT document for errors. If correct document is uploaded, click on Verify checkbox and then click Save button to complete the verification process. We need to upload NIT document only in this section. After verification, click Next to proceed. Next, it is Work Item Details, where you need to specify details of the tender. Here in this case, we will fill up the form detail as shown below. Work Item Title. Here we need to enter the title of the tender, say construction or road work. Work item description. Here we will enter the description of the tender briefly, say construction of road at Trivandrum. The description field can have up to 250 characters. Pre-qualification details. Here we can specify any pre-qualification details specified for this tender. It is recommended to leave the field as blank as when published. Pre-qualification details field will be automatically shown as please refer tender documents. Product category. Here we need to select the required option from the list. Here we select product category as civil works as it is a civil work tender. Product subcategory is optional. Contract type. Here we select the tender option as we are calling a tender. The other types in the list include a rate contract and empanelment. Tender value. Here we will enter the estimated value or net PAC amount of the tender, say 2563064. Bid validity days. Here we will enter the total firm period in days, say 90 days. Calendar completion or delivery period. Here we specify the contract time period in days, say 90 days. Give location detail. Here we will enter the work location or item location, say Trivandrum. Here please note that the value entered in this field is taken in the tenders by location search criteria. PIN code. Here we need to enter the PIN code of the work location item location. Pre-bid meeting. Here we need to select whether you arrange a pre-bid meeting before the bid submission or not. If the department arranges a pre-bid meeting, they need to select yes option, followed by pre-bid meeting place and address, say Trivandrum and official address respectively. Bid opening place. Here we need to enter the place where bid opening takes place. Tenderer class. Here we enter the class of bidder. The various types include Class A, Class B, Class C, not applicable. Select the required tenderer class. Inviting officer. Here you need to specify the name of TIA. Inviting officer address. Here you need to specify the official address of the tender inviting officer. After clicking the required details, click Next to proceed. Next is fee details, where you need to specify the tender fee amount and EMD amount to be collected from various bidders. Here we enter the details as follows. Tender fee. Here we enter the tender fee amount to be collected from bidders. Processing fee. Here we enter the processing fee in amount if applicable. Surcharge. Here we enter the surcharges in amount if applicable. Any other charge in amount if applicable. Tender fee payable to. Here we enter value as online only. Tender fee payable at. Here we enter value as online only. Next, we enter the EMD details as follows. EMD fee. Here we select the type of EMD, that is fixed or percentage. In case of fixed type EMD, we need to enter the amount in INR. In case of percentage type, we need to enter the estimated contract value of the tender in percent, say 2.5. If value given is 2.5%, the EMD value will be calculated from tender value by this percent. EMD exemption allowed. Here we need to select yes or no option. If you select yes, EMD will be exempted for eligible bidders, including societies, government entities, etc. If you select no, no eligible bidders can avail EMD exemption in any cases. Here we select EMD exemption as yes. EMD fee payable to and at is to be entered save as tender fee, that is online. After entering the details, click Next to proceed. Next page is Critical Dates section. Here we need to set various dates as per dates criteria. The various dates are tender publishing date. Here we enter the date at which tender gets published and made available for public. Download sale, start or end date. Here we enter date where the tender documents and BOQ gets available to public for download. Here downloading tender documents is free of cost. Seek clarification start date or end date. Here we enter the date for bidders to clarify details with the TIA. Bid submission start end date. Here we enter the dates within which bidders can submit their bids online. Bid opening date. Here we enter the date of tender opening. Please note that the publishing time cannot exceed 6:59 p.m. in a day. Such tenders can be published on the next day. Also, minimum time period between bid submission process is 3 days. And minimum time period between bid submission closing date and opening date is 3 days. So you are required to set time frame accordingly for whole tendering process. After entering the required details, click Next to proceed. Next section is bid opener selection. Here we need to select the bid openers available to their department as per number of bid openers selection, say 2 of 3. Only the selected openers can unlock the bid during bid opening process. After selecting required bid openers, click Next to proceed. Next section is work item documents. Here we upload the remaining technical documents such as tender documents, BOQ, etc. To upload work item documents, click on Upload button. The system will get to a new page with document type list, document description and an upload bar. To upload the prepared tender schedule, select document type as BOQ, then enter description as tender schedule and finally upload the BOQ file in XLS format by using upload bar. After document upload, click Save button to save the document in the system. Again, the uploaded BOQ need to be verified by the user. For that, click Verify link on the right of BOQ.xls file. Here, an additional button will appear called Check BOQ near Save button. This option, when clicked, checked the whole BOQ file for format errors and so on. Click the Check BOQ button to validate the BOQ. When validation is successful, success message showing BOQ format is complied will appear, which confirms that BOQ is error-free and hence compatible for the eProcurement system. Click Verify checkbox after getting success message and save the document to complete the verification process. Likewise, all tender documents such as technical specifications, preliminary agreement format, e-payment format, etc. are to be uploaded as tender documents by clicking on Upload button and then upload each document with tender type as tender documents. After uploading necessary tender documents and then verifying them, click Next to proceed. Next is OID section, also known as Other Important Documents section. Here we need to select necessary documents from the OID list. These documents are non-standard documents which are meant for pre-qualification and hence not required to general civil works. The various documents include permanent account number, balance sheet, company profile, work completed details, etc. Please note that if you are selecting documents from the OID list, make sure that minimum documents are selected because bidders need to upload these documents to complete the bid submission procedure and they have only 10 MB of system space for uploading other important documents. Here in this example, we are not selecting any documents as it is not a PQ tender. After selecting the required documents, click Next and the tender creation process is completed and gets saved in the eTender system. After tender creation process, the created tender needs to be published before the publishing date so that bidders or public can view tender via the eTender system. For that, log in to eProcurement website as Tender Publisher. In the dashboard, click the Publish Tender shown on the left portion of the dashboard right below the Create Tender option. The created tender will be shown in the tender list. Then click on View or Publish button shown on the right of tender to proceed. When clicked, the whole tender will be shown in a specified format as available to bidders or public. At this stage, verify all details given and publish only if found correct. The tender after verification can be published by clicking on Publish Tender button found on the lower right corner of the format. On successful publishing, a success message "Tender published successfully" will be shown. The published tender will be listed in the Published Tenders list. This list can be viewed by clicking on Publish Tenders button. That's all about the process of tender creation and publishing a tender through eProcurement website. Thank you for listening to this video tutorial.